is the semi-final match. It had to be an AP remake as one of the players dropped and couldn't reconnect back into the game because the Steam servers are just being terrible today. Valve, please fix. But this is our second semi-final of the day. Hans Reborn up against Team Storm. And it should be a pretty exciting matchup. We've got some very aggressive heroes on the side of Hans and some nice pickups by Storm as well.
Yeah, just trying to remember exactly what those last two pickups were. But on the side of Hans Reborn, they at least had a very aggressive early game team where they want to be pushing down the towers very quickly, as well as the painful Bristleback match that this is going to be, I feel, for Storm, because we've seen Bristleback being played before by Hans Reborn. In fact, I believe it was a very early heart, a dominating match. It was against Storm. I'm just trying to remember who it was up against, but solid win there with that Bristleback in a very almost similar matchup. So let's introduce the teams. Who's playing what? I'm going to start off with Hans Reborn because I'm lazy. On the side of Hans Reborn, you've got Endless playing Nature's Prophet, FS playing the Venomata, Reballs playing the Bristle, Lippy playing the Chen, and Shaitan playing the Queen of Pain.
And on the side of Storm, we have Akirior on the puck. The Doom will be played by Magic Man, Timbersaw taken by Emster, Alchemist played by Ruby Phoenix, and on the Crystal Maiden is Maladjor.
Yes, Milady, isn't it? Maladjor.
Maladjor. I think he's referred to as Maladjor usually. So we'll just call him Maladjor. And by the way, FS is also known as Risk, and Balls is just generally Balls.
30 seconds to showtime.
So yeah, sorry for the delay everyone, but the servers have not been our friends today. And I was going to say early on, Storm really needed to aggressively attack the Radiance jungle and ward it off quite a bit, and they haven't moved into it at all, which means Chen's going to have free reign over creeps in this jungle, and if the off lane goes poorly for Endless Winter, he can just rotate into a kind of dual jungle scenario, which of course isn't the best, but it's better than not getting anything in this off lane. So, you know, maybe we'll see the standard Endless plays where he'll feed First Blood and then end up being the highest net worth in the game. But we'll see. And I'm slightly disappointed because Endless was going on about this Fungal Lord set, about how he wanted to be a mushroom, and he hasn't got it yet.
Right, looking at the lanes, they are pretty much as we called them. We've got a Nature's Prophet in the solo going up against I thought it might be Bristleback, but it's the other way around. We've got Nature's Prophet going up against Alchemist and Crystal Maiden as this kind of dual jungle that we talked about earlier before. Now,
Risk coming in with the Haster, and Akirior has already been galed here, taking quite a bit of harassment, but it's just not enough. Shaitan can't get in position soon enough. In fact, Shaitan hasn't even skilled anything, and Risk is just being a giant pain in this mid lane, just kind of forcing Akirior back from these early last hits, which are so crucial for Puck getting a...
Oh, look out, Doom. Magic Man's in a bit of trouble. He gets found out by FS, who does throw down a couple of right clicks, but does not look to pursue. Instead abandons that. He could have kept going. If he had the mana, he could have galed. He could have got the kill, but it just didn't have it. Now he's in position to take out the courier. Should it come down the mid lane here, or go back to Doom, who again Magic Man's going to be out of position. No, is he going to gale him? He's not, no range there. But look how low Magic Man is and how close FS is going in. He really wants that kill, but he's just going to stay around and deny that farm and XP.
And meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we've got the Bristleback and the Timbersaw getting very aggressive on each other. Basically, both almost dying within a matter of seconds while Doom was being harassed. In fact, Doom now getting galed
look out,
up.
Magic Man.
This is our First Blood, or will it be denied by Maladjo? He's going for the right clicks. The right click's going to come through. It's just not enough. Magic Man, too tanky. Risk grabs that first kill, and even 2-1-4 getting a prize of First Blood. Now, the Frostbite coming out. We don't have a quick rotation in from the mid lane. Akirior's trying his best to come through. The orb gets thrown out. The line's decent. The orb doesn't do damage, and he doesn't jaunt to it. So, Risk gets the First Blood and gets away with it.
Yeah, that's a bad. I don't want to say it's bad positioning, but you could see there for quite a while. FS was staying around. Doom could see him. It was a bit risky for Doom to just continue to be running around at such a low hit point pool, but he did do it. He stayed around and he died, and he gave up that first blood in a scenario where he could have comfortably just lived. Meanwhile, in the middle, Queen of Pain coming in onto the puck. This is a close match between these two heroes that are traditionally outdoing each other in the mid lane. It does normally go to puck because how can you out-mid a puck?
Yeah, Puck is just absolutely insane. I think the only times I've seen him lose were against a Venomancer as well as a Zeus, just because Zeus's damage is completely instant, and there is no way that you can dodge it apart from maybe the Arc Lightning, so they were just throwing out bolts and taking him down quickly, but unfortunately for me at least, Zeus hasn't been in any pro game in quite a while. I love watching Zeus play just because it is such an aggressive hero, and in fact, Lippy's got one creep down, Emster has two in the Timber Chain if he wants to get away. The Gale comes out, Endless even coming in to stop from the Centaur, the damage is all there, Emster tries to get away, but it's just his corpse that flies to a tree. Lippy picking up the kill.
My thanks.
Oh yeah, and don't forget, Nature's Prophet did come in also to make it a 4-on-1 scenario. And I've got to say, before he went down, he did a sizable amount of damage to both Bristleback and Venomancer. They both took a reasonable amount of damage, and if there'd been any kind of support, if there'd been a TP reaction, they may have actually traded there.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why Nature's Prophet is often banned out so much, especially against Hans. As it is kind of one of Endless's rather trademark heroes along with the Clockwork. The fact that he can instantly turn any engagement from, a 1-on-1 to a 2-on-1, or even equaling it out by lending a hand is just insane. The fact that you can be anywhere on the map within a matter of seconds, as well as the pushing power he applies, just Nature's Prophet is an absolutely insane hero, so the TPs didn't come soon enough for that bottom lane. Emster couldn't get back in time, and he paid the price for it.
Denied.
Right, having a look at net worth, just early game net worth anyway. It does say the Queen of Pain is in the lead, followed by Bristleback, there's nothing in between them. Slightly behind it is the Alchemist, the farming Alchemist, who has 3 levels in Gravel Greed, so he should be winning his lane. He should be picking up, but I just see he's missing a lot of the last hits, so just if you can get that timing right, he will come right. And then Doom is sitting in the 4th slot, everyone else below that. It does say here that Bristleback, with almost potentially the most farm, he's going to be getting early items, and this is going to transition into big dives the 7-minute mark, 8-minute mark.
Yeah, definitely. I think knowing Balls, it could be even sooner because he just loves going crazy. And Shatan's going to pick up a haste rune, and with this, he's going to put a lot of pressure on Magic Man. He's come in already one screen coming out. The poison flies as well. He's got the ultimate if he wants to spend it, but I think this is something that he can just right-click down. We are going to see a TP reaction in, though, from Molaggio, so he will just be forced back. Puck comes in, but Shatan's just too quick. And
meanwhile, bottom.
A bit of harassment, and yeah, on the bottom lane, Emster dropping very low, Risk coming in, but also Balls dropping low, staying away from that pure damage. The Whirling Death's come out now though, so he should be okay. Emster retreats just in time, but the Plague Ward hits him once, but unfortunately just not enough. He's able to salve up, and he does live. Meanwhile, we've got Endless, who did TP in behind. It was a horrible TP because of that salve. Now, Endless dropping very low, but he won't go down either. All of the rest of the TPs are on cooldown. Molaggio doesn't have one. Alchemist doesn't have one. And we don't have one on the puck either. So, Endless, even though he was in a horrible position, will live. No, he got blocked for a moment. Oh, lives with 12 health. That could have been disastrous. Getting blocked by his teammate there. Took the aggro for a split second, and he almost died because of it. But he attacked
the tower, not realizing his health was so low. Went to attack the neutral creep to get rid of it. There was no neutral creeps left, only play control creeps, so he couldn't, and therefore tower kept targeting him. So just not thinking about his hit pulls when he was going in to harass the tower. That was the problem. He almost died due to his own misplay.
It was so close. But meanwhile, while they're putting pressure on that bottom tower, Storm is likewise putting pressure on the top. Alchemist has picked up a hand in Midas, but the courier was tied up in mid, so it's actually going to be delayed quite a bit. Crystal Maiden picking up the last hit on the top tower as well is a little bit unfortunate, but they're not going to be too worried. Bristleback does pick up the last hit on the tower on the bottom, and he has enough gold to pick up a Vanguard if he wants to buy it. And getting a Vanguard this early is extremely potent. People kind of like to harp on about how Vanguard's a crap item, but It's an absolutely amazing item on Bristleback, and if you're getting it in the sub 10-minute mark, it's even better.
Oh no, look out. Looks like they're looking to dive down on Emster, who did take a lot of damage, but he is coming in incoming directions. Bristleback goes down.
Malajo is going forward as well. Risk getting caught by that slow, but Malajo's even slower. Can't get in range for that frostbite. So Risk will get out of there. Just Balls underestimating that damage that the Timbersaw can throw out. Emster picking up a nice kill though.
Yeah, and apologies for the coffee.
Right.
It did seem like the dive was worth it, but as soon as those TPs came in, he should have looked back at. He should look, hey, I can see TPs they're coming in. I can see 2 of them. I should probably back out of here. But he wanted the kill, and as a result, he gave up his own life. It did not take a kill, and now it's 2-1 in the favor of Hans Reborn, where it should have been 2-0.
I think the problem with that one, though, was that the Chakram was already out. Balls was pretty much in the center of it. If he had tried to run away, the TP was already coming through, so the slow from the Chakram just really stopped any kind of escape for Balls, and because of his aggressiveness, he paid the price. I think if he had got out of the Chakram, he still would have been taken down by the Crystal Maiden, so he just tried to go for the Timbersaw, but wasn't able to. Shatan catching out Malajo here, the ultimate thrown out. Right clicks will finish it off. Akiriel coming in though. He is very low. The Scream takes him down. One more right click, he's missed it. Does get a double kill and blinks right before the Dream Coil runs out. Excellent timing from Shatan and a double kill picked up.
Well, I didn't even know what happened. I was so sure that Queen of Pain was going to die. Doom was there. Doom was right there. All he needed to do was right-click once. He had Doom available. Did not use it.
I think they thought... Well, I think he thought that they already had Shatan, so didn't want to expend that Doom at the cost of basically, as you were saying, is one right-click. So, unfortunately, because he didn't secure that kill, Shatan gets away scot-free with the double kill, and now he's level 10.5, and if we take a look at the net worth, sitting at almost 5k, and that's above an Alchemist with max greed and a Midas, so Shatan just playing excellently right now. But of course, Phoenix will catch up extremely quickly because of that gold. You can see him stacking it up in the top lane right now.
Yeah, of course, both teams playing to their strengths. You've got Alchemist sitting in the safe lane, farming it up, doing it what he does best. Queen of Pain coming online much earlier than I'd expected, having dominated the middle against Puck, having picked up all those kills that you've already covered off. Bottom lane, Bristleback not doing nearly as well as they thought he would be doing, but he's still in the 3rd slot for net worth, so he's doing something, and he's purchased something. Is it the final for the Vanguard, or what has he purchased?
He's got an ultimate... No, that's the Shatan's. I don't know. It looks like he may have just lost quite a bit of gold and bought out a magic stick and TP, so... I think the death cost him quite a bit there when he dived in the tower, and to get back into the lane, he spent quite a bit. He also has finished off treads where he just had boots before. He's now diving in on Emster, which definitely isn't something he should be doing. Emster still has a full mana pool, so that could have gone disastrously, but Balls does wisely back off, and we'll just regen with that Ring of Health. But right now, I think Hans need to look at putting more focus on the towers. They've got the Chen, and without grabbing those early towers, Chen feels a bit like dead weight. So I think they need to start pressuring these towers a lot more, and it does look like they're going to do that with the mid lane. The Orc comes through. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet TP's in as well, so it looks like they'll be able to pick up this tier 1 tower. We don't have any teleports coming in soon, so Hans just pick up an easy tier 1 tower.
Yeah, no reaction here from the Storm. They aren't able to TP in there into safely to deny that, or even to stop that assault. So they've given it up. Puck's just stayed around. Meanwhile, he takes a bit of damage. There is the silence. He uses it. He wants to get away. He's looking to TP. Scream comes through at the last second when the silence wears off, and that's a dead Puck, proving you can't just stand next to a Queen of Pain and start TPing.
The problem is, if you're TPing, you can't jaunt. If you jaunt, you're gonna get hit by the follow-up Scream, so Shatan just playing it perfectly. Magic Man maybe looking for a Doom there to be followed up by Crystal Maiden, but Shatan, too quick with those fingers, blinks away instantly and picks up a haste rune to boot. Shatan just playing an amazing game and still ahead of that Alchemist just a bit. But we have seen Risk putting quite a bit of pressure on him. He's been putting down these Plague Wards. It's been forcing all of the creeps back quite a bit. and Ruby Phoenix has been forced to kind of contest with the tower to try and get these last hits, so everything hasn't been going completely according to plan, but now Phoenix starting to build up those items. He's got the Midas, he's got the phase boots, and sitting on 2.5k gold, so do you think this is a game where the Alchemist goes for a Shadow Blade, or he goes for more of a farming build from here?
You know, and honestly, I don't know what you go. Right click is where damage is what you need. And I'm going to say something that some people are going to remember that is used to be in the meta for the build. I'm actually going to say Battle Fury.
I think the Battle Fury is good if you can get a
lots
kind
of creeps, lots of creeps there, lots of neutral creeps that you can deal with. Not neutral, lots of pushing creeps that are going to be there in the form of both Chen and the Nature's Prophet creeps. So that's easy money, and with that Grievel's Greed, you'll just make back that Battle Fury cost easily. But also when you go to the team fights, oh look out! There's initiation. Everybody
from the side, Risk throws out the Gale, but he's stuck in here. He's gotten trapped. The Hand of God comes out a second too late. Now Ruby Phoenix going to Lippy, taking a ton of damage. Goes down almost instantly. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden does go down. Balls gets doomed here, but the right clicks from Balls are just too strong. He's basically taking no damage right now. Shaitan also coming through, just doing way too much damage, getting the dual scream off. Now Emster's trying to come back in here, but Balls does not care that he's doomed. They already take down the Alchemist. Now they're going on to Emster, but they need to back out of here. In comes Malaggio again. Puck comes through with the orb. Balls might be caught out here. The Whirling Death doing a lot of damage. But the Scream coming in from Shaitan. An instant double kill for Balls with those spikes. And a double kill for Shaitan. They were just baiting it out. That Vanguard, way too strong, and Shaitan with the ultimate up right on time, coupled up with a Scream. They just weren't expecting that kind of burst damage.
Yeah, and the Storm doesn't. They have no idea what hit them. They looked for that fight. They looked for that engagement. The orb revealed that there was in fact a Timbersaw sitting, a Pistolback sitting there on 400 hit points. They went in expecting to find a kill, but they found a wall of screaming pain, and if they melted away to it. And the 5-man pickup here for Hans Reborn in exchange for, I think there's only 3 deaths.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I think it was only. If Endless went down, then yes. So, I think it was... He does have 1 death to his name, so I believe so. But Queen of Pain, I gotta say, has picked up a Scythe at 14.5 minutes into the game. Which is absolutely massive. Like, they're gonna be able to jump in here with the Blink, instant Scythe into someone, and that's gonna help out Hans's initiation insanely. In fact, also, the Doom picking up a Blink, which is kind of a build that not a lot of people think about. If you grab something like the Centaur Stomp, you can actually Blink Stomp Initiate quite effectively and be in the midst of a fight. And it is actually quite a scary kind of initiation because Doom is so tanky, so it can pave the way for the Puck to come in as well, who is still shy of his Blink, so still quite a way away from him, about 1.5k.
Also, from memory, just going back to that sheepstick, the Scythe of the Vice, from memory, when you get sheeped, it removes buffs, some buffs in the game. One of those being reactive armor. So if you have a few stacks of reactive armor, that could all disappear thanks to a sheepstick. So another great pickup here. Meanwhile, in the middle,
Blink and Doom, Shaitan getting right click down. In comes Emster picking up the kill. The ultimate from Nature's Prophet bounces through. Here comes Balls. He goes straight into Malaggio's ultimate, barely doing any damage. Balls just turns around, but it has slowed him down. Kyrior trying to run here. Emster also just flying down with the Timber Chains. Comes down, and it looks like it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but definitely in favor of Storm there.
No, I don't know if it... Oh, yeah, okay, it is, because they picked up that Queen of Pain. So that was a great play by Storm. They were in the right position. Queen of Pain went down very rapidly. And, of course, she had to, because if they don't, she's just going to blink out or scream and do damage of her own. They trade for a CM onto the Bristleback? Yeah, of course they do. And what am I talking about? That is clearly a good trade.
Yeah, definitely. If we take a look at the experience, right now it is around almost 7,000 in favor of Hans Reborn. If you look at gold, it's around the same. So at around 17 minutes, they're at about 7.5k gold ahead. Chen now picking up the mech, so that's around a 400 burst heal coming out from the Chen in these team fights, which is just going to be keeping the Bristleback alive as well as all of these minions. So we have Balls coming forward. Kyrior's used the Jaunt to dodge the Snot, and they're just putting incredible pressure on this tower. They know that the Doom is down. for another little while. The Crystal Maiden ultimate down as well. All they really have is the Puck ultimate to ward him back. In fact, we're going to have Ruby Phoenix coming through with the Shadow Blade, already picking up 1 kill, but Malaggio in a lot of trouble. The ultimate from Puck only picks up Shaitan, who's just more than happy to run around where he is. It's going to be a 3-for-1 trade at the moment. Balls looking to get aggressive on Akiriel, who's orbed the wrong way. There's no escaping from that. It's a double kill for Shaitan, and they picked up the tier 2 tower as well. And I think Hans can think about going high ground here.
They most certainly can think about it, and it looks like they are. They've used the sprouts. They are going to go high ground. They are going to try and at least put some damage if they'll take this tier 3 tower, because they have 20 good seconds of damage that they can apply here. If they focus, if they concentrate, they could take a Rax, but there is some harassment. There is some defense in the form of these heroes, and now in the next 5 seconds, someone's coming online. Will they risk it? Will they take the Rax? I think they can. I think they can afford to, because they have the Karina paying with the Scream and the Sheepstick. Magic Man goes down to Bristleback, and that is another hero down. They can easily take this. There is no stopping them now.
And now
this
Ball
is
also picking up an Assault Cuirass 18 minutes into the game. That's going to give him a massive amount of armor, right clicks, and basically everything. A double kill already picked up. Emps on the run. A triple kill for Balls with these quills. It's going to be an ultra kill. Can he get a rampage? He's running through here. He wants it. He gets a rampage. 18 minutes into the game, and Akiriel calls good game. And Balls just runs into the fountain.
And what did I say? Watch the Bristleback, man. Watch the Bristleback with that lineup. Exactly as I was expecting. Maybe a little bit more quickly. Maybe that escalated a little bit faster than I was expecting. But the result and the way it was carried out was exactly how I saw it going. So congratulations to Hans Reborn, and I'm sorry to the Storm.